All right, budget daily series, bonus episode. We did a bunch of stuff on the Passat. I bought that like nearly 2 years ago. We did like a finale, and it's been like 2 years, and we got some problems. Considering this is like my daily, those problems that are formed are very annoying, and it's doing my head in. So I just wanted to get everything ready and then just fix a bunch of stuff. As you all know, or some of you might not, this is my 2009 B6 Passat, it's a 2 litre TDI. I got this for like 1,300 quid. We put a bunch of money into it, fixed a bunch of problems, and made it look good. So it is a very, very, very good daily. I love it. But recently it's been just a pain to drive, so I haven't been driving it. I insured the 7, and I dailied that. I just can't do it. I put 50 quid in, right? I did 96 miles. And that's it. So 50 quid gets you less than 100 miles. It's lush to drive, good car, but yeah. When that thing does 60 mpg, I can't just let it sit there and not drive it. It just doesn't make any sense. So we will go through the problems, starting with the most annoying one. Like from a practical point of view, this is the most annoying one. Door issues. We had this problem when I first bought the car, and it was doing my head in, and it's come back in another way. So unlock the car, door doesn't open. So you have to press and hold, wait there, open the windows, then reach in, open from outside, and then get in the car, close the door, close the windows. 2 years ago, we had this problem, but it was because the fork had snapped on the door handle pull, so it wouldn't actually pull. This time, it's the door lock actuator. It's like this piece that's inside the door here. It basically controls central locking for this door. It controls the latch. It controls everything. Also, we're on 205,000 miles. So maintenance stuff breaking, it's not really that big of a deal. It's bound to happen. Let's get this problem out of the way first. This is a door lock actuator. So I'm guessing mine's just faulty because it doesn't work. So we've got to get the old one of these out, put this one in. And typically it is pretty much the first thing on the door, which means you've got to take every single thing off before you get to it. So let's start stripping the door. We've got to get some screws behind these. A couple of screws, some Torx bits. Might be some under here. And that's your door card free. Ooh, Defender. Anyway, this is where the actuator is, this bit. So it's going to be sat behind this. So we've got to take this off. All right, we've got to take the window out so we can get all this free. So you got to get the window like halfway, get to these inspection holes, and then you can see in there and there, they've got this thing. So I'll just put a 4mm on there. Hey up.
Hey up there.
Up dog.
What's going on?
Window shit.
Oh baby.
And then Oppo.
Oppo, yeah.
Yeah, Oppo thread. Lovely. Yeah, it's working. There you go.
Bleating Al. He's only gone and done it. There. New one in. Oh!
Old one's out. New one. Let's get her in. Out.
Shake it all about.
This is so fiddly.
That's it.
New one is in place.
Just about.
Now we've just got to reassemble.
Unlock it.
Same fucking thing again.
Oh no! Really? Oh. All that work back to square one.
What else could it be? The cable. Right, as you can see, new actuator fitted, and I've still got exactly the same problem. So I don't know what it is. So we're going to do some investigating. So annoying. All right, so this is the cable, and it is toast. it's like frayed there so it doesn't like pull through. It's real stiff to do that. So I ordered one of these with Dan, and TPS is going to drop it around his in a bit. We're just stuck waiting for that. So we're going to do the next job. This one's pissed me off, actually.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, we've got two problems. First one, I got a headlight bulb out, right? Sounds simple, doesn't it?
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
1,000,000%.
I'm 1,000,000%, yeah.
That you've got to take the bumper off to do a headlight.
I am sure.
Why don't you take it to Alfred's
Shut up.
and say, do a bulb?
Do a bulb for 15 quid and they're just there for like 5 days.
Nah, I ain't having that. Are you 1,000,000%?
All right, you try and get the bulb out.
Have you, what?
So basically, if you heard that, this headlight is out and the ballast is like sat really far back because it's halogen. So I Googled it because I couldn't figure it out. And yeah, apparently it's like a bumper off, headlight slightly out, and then you can like get to the back of the headlight. So got a headlight bulb out, but even before that, my headlights have been absolute dog shit. Like I can only see like 5 foot in front of me. You've seen them, haven't you?
Yeah, they're awful, god awful.
They are the worst headlights I've ever seen in my life. Like they literally point at the floor and like full beams don't even help. Dan had it on his lift the other day to fix an exhaust leak. He was like, you've got a headlight sensor out. So apparently there's like a leveling sensor on these and like a lot of other cars. So like if they feel load on the back, they tilt the headlights. So there's a headlight sensor like under the rear subframe or something.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
And mine snapped, so it's not working. So
There you
I got a new one in here. So headlight sensor and a new bulb, my lights should actually be good again. Headlight, no headlight, yeah.
That beauty there.
If we can get to it without taking the bumper off, I will be buzzing.
You will be able to.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think taking a bumper off to do a bulb is ridiculous. It's mental.
That's not a thing.
Loosened, and I've managed to get it out enough. I'm pretty sure it's a different headlight.
See what I mean?
Whole saw the front of your light. I wouldn't buy a Passat just on that.
We're gonna jack it up on axle stands, both wheels off, because I got to do brakes, which I'll talk about in a bit, because there's a problem with that. I got to take the under tray off anyway, because I'm doing a service. It's all got to come off anyway.
Hey, you do what you want to do, Shaggy. Brain sports mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah?
Spot dog, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice release.
I actually hate VW clips. Ah. What is it then? The one's under?
You think? Isn't it?
I just got a dumbass little clip somewhere. But it's like, there's so much dust in it. It's like impossible to get out. Ow!
Xenons. Oh my god. It's like a circuit board for a computer in here. Just for that. It's like something off a film. Nuclear reactor or something.
Oh my god, that sucked.
Stupid.
Right, we need to get some bulbs then, and we need to go to Dan's and pick up the door cable, because that's arrived. We are back. We've got
In business.
fresh cable and daylight robbery. Just out of principle.
There's no words.
70 odd something quid for 2 bulbs.
Wow. This is hanging. And there's like twisty things, like lock it in place.
Done?
Correct.
Quality.
To think I'm a VW qualified technician. Crazy, man.
Two working headlights now. So let's put this back together. Bumper's back on. I am going to finish this door and see if that new part works. All right, so this is the old cable. You can see it's all like mangled, and it just does not pull through very nice. Real rough. So, got a new one. Way better, nice and smooth. We have the actuator, and then, so if I clip that in there, and then, like that. All right, so this is the part that I bought when I bought the car, because the door handle wasn't working, and that was because this fork in there had snapped. So this whole thing is new. Door lock actuator is new, and now this cable is new. So hopefully I ain't got any more issues. Like a little ball joint in there on the end of a wire, and then essentially when you pull the door handle. Does that. Pulls the cable. Let's get all this back in the car. Last clip. This should work. I hope it works. Come on. Lock. Nothing. Unlock. Oh. Oh my God. I could do that forever. I reckon that's been dodgy for a year, and I just have never fixed it. Unreal. Whoo! That's made my day. All right, I've got all the under tray and all these like arch linings off. But before I put all that back together, I'm gonna do a quick service because it's due one. So I'm just gonna drain the oil, then we'll put the sump plug back in, and then I can bolt all this back up. All right, oil's draining. We're gonna put the sump plug back in, do all this stuff back up, make it look like a car again. Back. It's a new day. Headlights are working, we've got that done. So the next thing is the headlight level sensor, because at the moment I think it just defaults and it just points straight to the floor. So my headlights, even though I got 2 new bulbs, they just still point straight at the floor. So you can't really see when you're driving at night, which sucks. So what I have here is headlight sensor. So basically your suspension moves up and compresses, and then it knows that you've got like some load in the back. If you've got like loads of heavy stuff in the back of the car, then it's gonna like squat. So then your headlights sort of point to the sky. So I think this basically just senses when your car's squatting and changes the headlights. So they're always level. Mine's snapped, so mine is not working, which means that it default just points straight to the floor, which is really annoying because you literally cannot see 5 foot in front of you. So driving at night is pretty sketchy. So this might sound just like a really sort of basic thing, but for a daily, for something I drive all the time, it's just like super annoying. So it's kind of what this video is, just fixing things that just really annoy me. And funnily enough, all the problems are annoying. So it's back here on the control arm. That is the sensor there. And you can see that arm has come off and snapped. And the bottom arm is basically, it's like seized on there. So I think that got seized. And then obviously when this thing tried to move, it just snapped. So that is on there, not moving. That's supposed to pivot. There you go. So we've got to get this sensor out. And there's a couple of rusty looking T20s. So I've sprayed them with lubricant and hopefully they come undone. So this should be easy, touch wood. I'm definitely gonna get loads of shit in my eyes right now. It's not even doing anything. All right, change of plan. That headlight sensor is being super annoying. All the bolts are spinning and I can't get to it. And it's just doing my head in, doing it on my back. So I have a lift. E36 is stuck on it, but I have dollies. So I'm gonna, it's so hot. I'm gonna see if I can swap them around. That was a bit of a ball ache, but the dollies work. Right, now this is on the lift, that's gonna be way easier. Oh, that's Dan's exhaust fix. I had a serious exhaust leak and the pipe had pretty much come apart and the clamp had disintegrated, so we got a new clamp there. That was doing my head in because it was sounding like a tractor. Yeah, right, these two here, the riv nuts are spinning. That bolt there and that bolt there, I can't get undone. And you've got to take this whole plate off, this whole thing, because I got new ones. So yeah, being underneath the car was just making me sick. That was worth the effort. So let's get these off. Oh my God. Whew. That was a bitch. Do you want to see what hell I'm dealing with right now? So the brackets that came with the sensor were different, so I have to use the old brackets. So I've managed to move the sensor onto this bracket. This one I started to undo when I thought I had to take it off, and the riv nuts behind here have all started spinning. They're inside the lower arm, so I can't get to them. So I can't tighten them if I want to use this mount, and I can't undo them. On the bolt up there, which this bracket bolts to. See that? That's a riv nut, and that's rounding and stripped as well. So I can't bolt this in. I can't bolt this down. This is taking so long for what should just be a sensor replacement. But the location has to be exactly the same so that this works when your suspension compresses. So that's essentially how it works. Like when the lower arm moves, it just moves up and down. So I've got to use this bracket and I've got to use this bracket. And this is just a nightmare. So what I think I'm gonna do is just, I might just weld that there. I've been doing this headlight sensor for 2 hours now. This is cars for you. Just dog shit. We got the welder out. I'm gonna tack these on because they're pissing me off. Whew. All right, ow. God, I hate this car. I don't. I love you really. She's on there. She's on there. They're solid. They ain't going anywhere. Welds are terrible, but scabby, rusty metal. Couldn't get a good connection. Look at those welds. Jesus. But it's solid. So, final part. Plug you in. We're plugged in. That's on. That's on. So hopefully my headlights will be level and not pointing at the floor. That actually took me almost all morning. I'm so mad about that. All right, so our next issue is involving brakes. This caliper is seized. You can sort of see like the pad residue because it's just stuck on. So this sort of like breaks itself free every now and again, but most times it like seizes on. That means the brakes get super hot, which they have done. They've warped, and then the piston just doesn't return. So when you're driving along, the discs are warped and the piston's dragging, so it just vibrates like mad. So if you go anything over like 50, it just feels like the whole car's just doing like a death wobble.
Yeah, it's the death wobble.
I've taken the calipers out before and like cleaned the piston, but there is a hole in the seal and it's just gotten all crusty and like there's loads of rust in there. So I can definitely see why it's not returning. But I thought it'd be easy enough if I just got a new caliper instead of a rebuild kit. So we have a brand new caliper. They're not expensive, so I thought I'd just do that. And then because my discs are warped and my pads are probably cooked, I've got new disc and pads. We've got some disc and pads down there. I know this, hello. I know this is kind of like just basic maintenance stuff, but this problem makes the car drive terribly and it makes me not want to drive it. So fixing this is going to feel lush. I'm very excited. Very excited for this car just to feel like a normal car again and just drive nice. First things first, we need to strip the brakes down, get the calipers off, see if I can swap them around, and hope that the brake line's not corroded and stuck in there. because I'm just having one of those days, so I reckon that's gonna happen. There's a couple of 7mm Allen key things on the back. So if I get these out, I can take this front bit off, take the pads out. Actually, what I'm gonna do, whilst the caliper's still on, that is the brake line there, so I'll get that undone. Right, let's get some brake fluid everywhere. That came off easy, so I'm very happy about that. All right, now we can take the caliper off. Which it doesn't want to do. Sick. So I just dropped the caliper in the bucket of oil. And it just went all over me. All over the coupe. Cupra. All over the floor over there. It was definitely one of those days. For God's sake. You gotta laugh, don't you? Right, I need to clamp that brake line just so it stops pissing out. So let's do that. Then I'll have a tidy up. And then I'm gonna grab a beer and sit down. That sucked so much. Anyway, back on track. Oh, they're gonna be tight, aren't they? Let's get a brake bar. Holy shit. That is seriously tight. What the hell? Whew. I might get some penetrating fluid in there. Guess this is the problem with a 200,000 mile car. Come on, Passat, you've been good to me up until now. Don't ruin it. Whew. Next. Fucking Christ. What is wrong with you? Steering log's back on. Let's just crack that tool as well. Nope, just snap that as well. Alright, I have had quite the day. I actually had to get Jack round to bring me some tools because this one caliper bolt snapped my 21 there, snapped this 21, snapped my ratchet, like just sheared clear off, even snapped the 21 impact and snapped my adapter. So I actually ran out of 21s. We just got that one on and we cracked it loose. Finally. So now I can get this off. I actually hate that.
Bloody Passat.
Bloody Passat. Oh my God, finally. 2 hours on one bolt. I can't believe that. All right, so, new caliper. I would show you the old one that's fucked, but it's currently sat in a bucket of oil, and I'm not getting that out because I'm done with oil today.
Get these off eBay?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I did eBay, I was like, it's on 200k, man. Like, I've already spent about 400 quid fixing it.
Jeez, okay.
Look at that.
Jesus, that looks serious.
Yeah, man. I think it was 70 quid for the
Not
disc.
with pads.
Yep, with pads.
And you can turn it into like that.
Ah, oh, lovely. Right, new disc, pads, caliper. That was super easy, except that bolt. You winning?
Yeah, so far, yeah. Just got this last one to do now. Been a pain in my life, this car.
Mate, I've spent 2 days on it, crying. Oh yeah, pump it up, like 3 or 4 times and hold it.
Yeah, it doesn't suck. flat. Right, holding. Oh.
Yeah, go again. How's it feeling?
Fucking rock hard.
Yeah? Let's pull her out, do a little lap. See if she's all good.
You can do an emergency stop.
Bet him in, nice. All right, we're done. Finally, 2 days later. That was an absolute pig. But the Passat is back on the road. We just bled the brakes. I've torqued all the wheels, put all the little caps back on the calipers. I've just used Carly and I've reset all the codes because I made a bunch when I was unplugging stuff. And it feels mint. I've just took it around the block, brakes work, feels good. That was hard work. That actually annoyed me quite a lot. My face is dirty, I'm covered in shit. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited my door opens now, my lights work, and the car doesn't judder. So those are 3 pretty big problems when you're, dealing with any car, let alone something you drive every day. So very glad that's all fixed. Forgot to mention as well that I think it was like a few months back, I had it in at Dan's and we did the cam belt. We did a new flywheel because it was juddering, water pump. So it's had some love. I'm determined to get this car to go as many miles as it can. 205,000 it's on now, and it still runs literally mint as ever. So, well, it does now. Drop a comment down below. What is your guess that this car will make it to? Guess a mileage, and the winner will win one of these hats, just because I'm wearing one. So, yeah, drop a comment down below. Comment how many miles you reckon this thing will do, and I'll pick a winner to win a hat. That is the winner from the last week. And for everyone coming to the open house on Sunday, I will see you there. Very excited to see you all. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go have a half an hour long shower, which I'm very excited about, and a beer. So yeah, Passat's good. I'm gonna go drive it home, enjoy it, get 60 mpg, love life, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, goodbye.